Zach, do you think Emily got home safely? Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember our conversation with Emily? She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you. If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed. Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please! Just for a moment. 1 second. Hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad. I know you're there! Come on, please! Thomas! 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 Thomas!
Yay. How many episodes are there? That was episode 2, part 2, so I'm not really sure how to classify that.
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
I did just save, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, that seems to be the obvious stopping point then. You know, this may sound silly, but I've never liked leaving games at like between chapter save points or something like that. Like I usually proceed to the next regular save point. Because I don't know. I always think, well, what if it doesn't play the cutscene when I load the game and it just starts me off at the next, spot that I have control at, or it makes I'm paranoid that they might have programmed it in a shoddy manner. But I think I've done that before with this game, so I trust it, I suppose. I don't know if I've ever run into a situation like that, but I question it. I'd like to make more progress, but it just seems like we're at a really good stopping point. How many more episodes are there? Well, I don't think I've updated my backlog entry for this in a while. Have I updated it since I got back? I haven't. I need to fix that. There we go. Cleared episode 2, part 2. Six episodes? Does that include like 6 total, including subparts? I saw you say earlier that I might be as much as 60 or 70%. Let's see. There's a lot of hidden trophies in a row here. Well, some of these hidden trophies are probably optional. But I always look at trophy lists and identify where the story progression ones are, and then, look at how many are left to identify game length. But, well, I see hidden trophies actually continue. And I just have one in the middle there, so... So I guess E3 is over, huh? I just turned it off, Drum. Just turned it off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's nothing on E3 on Friday. I think it used to start on Wednesdays, but it starts on Tuesdays now. Well, it didn't officially start Monday. The show floor where the press could go out and play things doesn't happen till Tuesday. But I mean, you're right for all intents and purposes. I mean, for us, E3 begins and ends with the press conferences, even though that's not when the show actually starts. Because, I mean, let's face it, the stuff that comes out during the actual E3 is not all that interesting. I mean, it's just, people's impressions of this or that. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I wasn't looking in the right places, but I felt like after the press conferences, this E3 turned out to be kind of low key. I didn't see a lot of really noteworthy things written up. Hey, I probably just, wasn't following it quite as closely. Anyway, it's certainly going to be very interesting seeing what happens between now and November, huh? I feel like, my mind would probably change if I really step back to look, but I feel like there's not a lot of games coming out this year, which, relatively speaking, which maybe shouldn't be too surprising since it's, a generation change. But I kind of feel like February and March are the new November now. That seems like how it's been for a few years. My favorite part about the whole Assassin's Creed 4 thing was that no one, that was probably not really running on PS4 hardware, but everyone can attribute that to Ubisoft quality assurance being apparently a little bit subpar. But the funniest thing about that was no one really was like, oh no, maybe the PS4 is kind of a shoddy piece of crap, because as soon as that last little bit happened at the conference, no one cared about anything else. It just went to Amazon and pre-ordered. Well, I don't know. Is Ubisoft been notorious for shoddy stuff? In terms of quality assurance, anyway. Like until Assassin's Creed 3. I wasn't really following the series until like Assassin's Creed 3 was the next game, and then I went and played all the series up to then, and then I kind of got a little tired of it. Ubisoft is not a developer I particularly pay super close attention to. I liked them a lot more in the PS2 GameCube generation. Well, to a point. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in Watch Dogs. I'm expecting I'll probably grab that with the PS4 launch. I mean, the thing with me, like, I keep playing open world games because every now and then I find one that I really, really, really like. But by and large, they aren't so much my thing. I mean, a lot it's just a lot of it's just very overly directed point A to point B gameplay. And then you just go through the motions. And Assassin's Creed 3 was really bad for that. But then every once in a while I'll play one I really, really like Red Dead Redemption. I also really like Sleeping Dogs. And I liked Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood quite a bit too. But I feel like, I don't know, it just seems like a lot of other people sometimes get more out of those games than I do. But the ideas behind them intrigue me, so. I think maybe more people get more out of just like messing around in the world and, making NPCs do silly things or whatever than I do. If what I've seen of Infamous 3 looks pretty darn interesting. I liked the first game pretty well, but it didn't quite live up to my imagination of what it would be, and other people seemed to like it a whole lot more than I did, and I just couldn't quite, figure out what they were seeing at. But I always heard that 2 was a big improvement. And I kind of meant to play it. But I'm kind of thinking, maybe if I just go ahead and get Infamous 3, I like the first well enough. And 2 iterations of improvements beyond that should make for a game I think I would enjoy. I liked Assassin's Creed 1 for like the first 2 hours. And then after that, it was like the same 2 hours repeated over and over and over again for about 10 or 12 more hours. But I feel like conceptually it was strong. They just, they spent all their time working on the concept and didn't have enough time to flesh out the game itself. Well, anyway, I guess I'll say goodnight. I'll probably bonus stream this some other time. Maybe I'll find some time Sunday or something if I can finish off The Last of Us within the weekend. Probably make me forget how to play Deadly Premonition again. But anyhow, good night.